everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my Ulta 21 Days of Beauty recommendations, as well as a few products that I'm going to be picking up during the sale. I will say when I initially seen Trend Mood's Instagram post of the sale, I was so disappointed. I definitely feel like the 21 Days of Beauty has started to go downhill the last few years, because I remember years and years ago, I would literally pick up a product almost every single day, whereas the last few years I pick up 6, 7 items, not that much. But I will say the picture that she posted is actually from their like little magazine that they send out every month. If you get on their actual website or the app, they have a lot more items. Still, it's not great. It's definitely one of the like worst ones, but I want to share with you guys a few products that I definitely feel like is worth picking up. I do want to mention that if just because I don't mention a product, it doesn't mean that I don't like it. It just means that like maybe I haven't tried it or it just doesn't work for my skin type or work for me personally. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I am gonna go ahead and say that the sale starts on Sunday, March 14th, and you do actually have a surprise deal, which is on several days. I don't know if that's like something that's gonna be for just diamond or platinum, if that's gonna be for everybody, because I do know that some of these items are like diamond and platinum exclusive. So starting out again the first day, which is Sunday, March 14th, I'm personally not going to be mentioning anything that day because the only thing I have tried is the Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream. That is a very heavy cream for me and it causes me to break out. So again, I'm just not going to recommend it. I do want to say that they do have a diamond and platinum exclusive. It's 50% off the Clinique Even Better Clinical Radical Dark Spot Corrector. But again, that is just diamond and platinum. So I am actually going to also skip Monday, March 15th because usually Smashbox, I feel like when they do their primers, it's all of them, but it is actually just their Smooth and Blur this year. I've really been loving their primerizer and I loved their like mattifying one. If you guys again have been subscribed to me for a really long time, then you would know that I used to like go through tubes of that mattifying primer so quickly years and years ago. I feel like it was in like almost every single empties video. But again, there's just nothing there that's just I feel like is a must to pick up. The same thing goes for Tuesday, March 16th. I have tried some of Shiseido's makeup, but their skincare is usually too like fragrant for me. And I have tried out that Kate Somerville Exfoliate, but I will say that's just an product to me. I know that was in an empties video. I didn't love it. It's one of those products that like I would use more than I really needed just to hurry and use it up. I just didn't feel like for me personally it did a great job. So moving on to Wednesday, March 17th. This is the first day that I do actually have what I would like to purchase. That's not a recommendation. I really want to try out the Beauty Bakerie powder, the baking powder. I don't bake, but I have been looking for something to set my under eyes with. I love my Viseart powder, but like I've used that for so long. I'm looking for something to top it. I did try out that Ilium one and I really don't like it. So I do want to try that out. It comes in 6 colors and it's going to be $12. So again, really excited to purchase that and try that out. And that whole day, some like of women brands are going to be 50% off as well. So moving on to Thursday, March 18th. This is actually the first day that I have a recommendation and I have two here. So I actually want to talk about the Urban Decay Brow Blades. So this looks like this. I think I've talked about this in a favorites video a while back. Like when this first come out, I mean, I love this. They have extended their shade range since it's come out, but I do have the shade Dark Drapes. So I like this, but it's a little bit warm. So I am actually going to be picking up another shade. But again, I love this product. So I really like the actual like pen part because it is very, very thin tip. And then you do have the pencil on this side. So what I usually do is I take this and like right here in the front where I need like those hair like strokes, or then like kind of right here on my tail is where I use this, and I really love it. And the actual pencil though, like the pencil end is really, oops, I think I stuck the wrong end. I did, whoops. Sorry. The actual pencil end is really good as well. Again, I think that this is a great one. I'm happy to see it's gonna be 50% off. It'll just be $13. I will definitely be picking this up. I do want to compare this for a second to the ABH one because I do really like the ABH one. Here's the thing, the Urban Decay one, I love the like actual tip because it's so thin compared to the ABH one. So like if you looked at the ABH one, it's a lot thicker, but a lot more pigment and like product comes out with the Urban Decay one. So I find myself having to be like very like whole way back here, do a quick flick, do another quick flick. I can't take the time that I can take with this ABH one and just kind of go like, a little more slow because not as much pigment and product comes out of this. So I do feel like this one's a little bit more like beginner friendly and easy to use, but I like the whole brow pen thing, especially for the front of my brows, especially this one where they're very sparse. So again, this is definitely a recommendation and I will be picking me up another shade in this. So like if this was on sale during the 21 Days Beauty, I'd purchase this instead, but it's not. And this, you kind of get the best of both worlds. You get your actual pencil and the actual like pen. So again, definitely feel like that's worth picking up and worth checking out. And then the bareMinerals bronzers and highlighters are going to be on sale. So I'm actually going to be picking up some of their highlighters, but I do want to recommend their bronzer. This is in the shade Faux Tan. This just does come in 2 shades, so that is definitely a downside. But Kathleen Lights actually got me started on this, I think like last year. I really love this. It's more of like a cool tone bronzer, but it's one of those bronzers that, like, you know, when you go to the beach and like you get tan, but you've got like a slight little bit of like warmth, not like you've been burnt, but like that warmth to your skin, but like a really nice glow. This gives that effect without having any shimmer in it. It's just a really pretty satin, but like I said, it still gives a tad bit of that warmth, like that nice tan. But I really like it. I like the formula. I think it's really nice and buildable. It's not like the most pigmented bronzer I've ever used, but I find that that makes it a lot easier for me to work with because I can just build up my intensity. And they are going to be having their loose bronzers as well. And then they're also going to be having their Endless Glow highlighters, and that'll be in 4 shades. So I've really been wanting to try out their highlighters because I like the formula of that bronzer. So I'm personally going to be picking up some of their highlighters as well. And then they actually have a highlighter stick, which I'm not going to be picking up, but I really want to try out the Endless Glow highlighters for sure. All right, so my phone does this weird thing where it like jumps down during the sale. I don't know, but anyways, moving on to Friday, March 19th. So I actually have a few things that I want to mention here. So we'll start out with the 50% off It brushes from Ulta. So these are going to range from $11 to $14. I actually have 2 of their brushes here, but I'm just going to be recommending one. This one is in 115. I really don't like this. So this is just too like flimsy for me. I feel like if I try to do liquid or powder foundation, it just like sucks all of it up and it just doesn't blend it. I don't know. Like I said, don't like that one, but I love this one. So this is the 102 brush, and in the summertime, I'll take my Clinique tinted moisturizer. It has a very slight tint to it, but it's really nice and tacky. Then I'll come in with my powder foundation, whether it's the Laura Geller one or the Makeup Forever one, which I love, and I'll swirl this in here, and then I'll kind of just start and do like a buffing motion. And I feel like it buffs it into my skin so incredibly nicely and looks like almost like skin. So I don't get like that powder feel, but I love this. Like, this is just such a great brush. Again, highly recommend if you guys haven't picked that one up. They will have a select few other ones, but I haven't tried those, so I just wanted to recommend the one that I have tried. Of course, I have to mention the Becca highlighters because if you guys seen, Becca will no longer be here. And I feel like for me that, I don't know, when I seen that, I was so sad because Becca was like one of the first, like their Ever Matte poreless primer and then like their Ever Matte foundation. That foundation lasted so long on my oily skin, and it was one of, I feel like, the first foundations that I didn't like get oily or anything. I loved it. So it was just very sad for me to see that. I mean, they haven't had products in like the last several years that have intrigued me, but I feel like their highlighters will always be one of those like iconic things that you definitely need, because I definitely feel like they still have a very unique formula. They're very intense and very blinding, but they're not super shimmery like the Ofra ones. Like those are so intense, but they're like a lot of loose shimmer will fall on your face. But this is a shade Opal, and I think I have like a holiday kit that has a few of the other ones, but I love these. Again, you might want to pick up 2 of every shade because before long you're not going to be able to get these. I actually might pick up another one of these because I feel like you can stick right here in the center. It looks like I'm going to hit pan maybe. So, but I definitely want to pick up some more shades in this. But if you like a very intense highlighter, then this is definitely the way to go. Again, I feel like it's just such a unique formula. I definitely go for more of a natural highlighter unless I'm wearing like a ton of makeup. But again, there was just something so like beaming and unique about these highlighter formulas. Again, you definitely need to pick them up, because I feel like this might be your last chance. And for only $19, half off, I feel like you can't pass that up. I do actually want to talk about, so they're having 50% off like a bunch of their face tools. So you guys know I love my Foreo Luna 2. I feel like it has just worked miracles, especially when my skin is breaking out. You can actually get the Foreo Mini. I definitely feel like if you were someone who is wanting to try the Foreo out, this is a great one because you're going to be getting it for half off. So definitely worth checking out before you upgrade to the Luna 3. I don't know if you can get the Luna 2 still, so that's why I said the Luna 3. But as far as like the at-home microdermabrasion stuff, that's always kind of freaked me out. I think that's best left to the professionals. But they also have that like face tightening tool that's going to be on sale and everything. But and then I do want to mention you are also going to get 50% off of Ico, Petite and Pretty, and Too Faced on some of their select eye products. So again, if you have any staples, this would probably be a good time to pick up those as well. All right, moving on to Saturday, March 20th. So They're going to have the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara for $13. So many people love this mascara. I hate it, but my sister like loves it. Like it flakes on me and smudges, but that mascara lasts forever on my sister. So she already is going to be picking this up during the sale. But I do want to mention a product that I personally want to try out. It's the Tula Get Toned Pro-Glycolic 10% Resurfacing Toner. I've heard a lot of good things about this brand through like the Instagram people, so I definitely want to try it out. And Diamond and Platinum are getting the Tarte Shape Tape again. I believe that they did this last year as well. I believe they've also reformulated this because it says ultra creamy, but this is too dry for my under eyes now. I like something a lot more hydrating, but this is by far one of the best eyeshadow primers. If you want to use this as a base that I've ever used, it keeps my eyeshadow on all day. My eyeshadow is really nice and pigmented. Again, I do like this for an eyeshadow primer. But again, if you like that matte look underneath the eyes, then I definitely feel like you like this. But wait a minute, if it's ultra creamy, wait a minute. I don't know, maybe they changed the formula, but I do recommend the original one. They also are going to have 50% off Nabla eyeshadow palettes. I was actually watching ShanXO, her videos, I think it was a few months ago that she posted, and I do actually want to try out some things from that brand, so I might pick up a few of their eyeshadow palettes to try out. Now moving on to week 2, Sunday, March 21st is a day that I'm really excited about, and I think a lot of people will be as well. So Diamond and Platinum do get a chance for 50% off the MAC powder blushes. The last few 21 Days of Beauty, it's been on their bullet lipstick, so I am so excited for this because MAC blushes have just always held a special place in my heart. It was the first ever high-end blush that I ever purchased, so I do want to pick up a few more shades to add to my collection. There's going to be $12.50, so who knows, I might pick them all up. I don't know, but that's definitely something that I want to pick up and a recommendation. Their formula, I feel like, is just one of those that, like, you know how it works. It's just been one of those products that, like, is just that, like, the blush you can lean on. That's always there. So definitely going to be picking that up. Now, I do actually want to talk about these Buxom Full-On Plumping Lip Creams. They're going to be $10.50. I feel like these were, like, all the rage. And I loved White Russian. However, I feel like years ago, like, lip gloss kind of like disappeared. Like people weren't into it because I still have backups of this in the box in my collection that I haven't used, so I'm not going to be picking any up. But these are beautiful, and I feel like gloss has definitely made a comeback, especially last year, and I definitely feel like it's continuing into this year. So these are really nice. They do have a slight tingling sensation, but they do give you that juicy kind of pout on your lips. So I wanted to recommend those because I don't necessarily feel like they're worth $21 anymore, but I definitely feel like they're worth the $10.50 since they're going to be half off. So if you like those, it's a great time to pick them up. On Monday, March 22nd, this is actually another day that there was nothing there that I would personally recommend. I have tried that Pure Selfie foundation. It just breaks down on my skin, does not last. I don't like it. And the same thing, I know a lot of people like that Roller Lash Liner. The only time I use liners if I'm wearing lashes, and I don't wear false lashes very often, but a lot of people, that is a staple for them. All right, Tuesday, March 23rd, again, is another day that, unfortunately, I don't have any recommendations or things that I want to pick up. But on Wednesday, March 21st, I want to pick up the Urban Decay Primer Potion because it has been so long. I feel like the last time I used that, like, you squeezed it out. Does it come, like, with an actual applicator now? I don't know. Like I said, it's been so long. But I believe they're actually going to be having 2, so it looks like there's 2 here in the picture. Yes. Okay, so now you have an actual wand. Back in the day, you didn't have the wand. You just like did like the squeezy tube. So this is just going to be $12. So I am going to be picking that up. And I did want to recommend that they are going to have 50% off the Lancome Booster XL Vitamin Infused Lash Thickening Mascara Primer, which I actually got, if I can pull it out of my little mascara thing here, a little sample of. Where is that? Yep, here we go. I got a little sample of this in that little thing from Sephora, the holiday kit. And I actually like this. It definitely takes some getting used to, though. Like, you got to be, like, pretty good with your application. And then I do feel like you have to go over a few coats more with the black. But it does really, really make a difference. If you want chunky, like, thick lashes. If you don't like that look, then you probably don't need this. But definitely a good one for 50% off. Thursday, March 25th, again, there's just nothing there that I'm going to recommend. I've heard great things about the It Cosmetics Under Eye for if you're someone who has like a lot of darkness or anything underneath here, but it's pretty thick because I have seen people apply it. That's why I've never purchased it, but I know a lot of people do talk about that. All right, I do have two products for Friday, March 26th that I do want to recommend. So first is the Benefit Gimme Brow. So this is going to be $12. It's normally $24. I love this. You get a very teeny, I have the shade 3. You get a very teeny tiny spoolie, which makes it so, so easy to sit there and just really work in your brows. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like I can use this product and nothing else. I don't even have to use like a pen. I don't have to use like powder or anything. I can use this on my own and get like a very natural but fluffy full brow. I really like this. I mean, people talked about it for years and for good reason because it is a really good product. And then I do want to recommend the Lorac face palette. These are going to range from $17.50 to $22.50. Again, if you guys have followed me for a really, really long time, I feel like back in the day it was the ABH palette. People would take the yellow to highlight underneath here. And I remember trying that and I was like, holy crap, that's way too yellow. And I come across this palette, and this one has the shade beige highlight, which is like, yes, it's got a yellow tint, but it's barely there, but it does highlight your under eyes if you're someone who has more fair to light skin tone really, really nicely. And I really like the contour shade because it was more of a cool tone shade, but not like overly cool tone where it looked muddy. I absolutely loved it. And then I actually use medium contour to bronze, but I don't really contour much anymore. And if I'm going to highlight, I usually use my concealer and I'll just highlight like the high points of my face. But I do love this. Like I said, the formula was nice. It blended so incredibly well, but I won't be repurchasing this because, like I said, you guys see I still have a full one, but I do want to purchase their highlighter palette that they are going to be having on sale. It comes with 6 highlighters, and I love their original highlighters that come in like the little round kind of like matte packaging, and I love those, so I definitely want to try that out as well. I did see that Kapari is going to have their coconut like melt on. I'm still trying to make it through that Dr. Dennis something melt away. It says to break down your makeup, and I hate it, but I'm still trying to get through because I don't want to waste it. So I am using it, but I know some people really like that. On Saturday, March 27th, I don't have a recommendation, but a product I am going to be picking up. So that day, you do also have another surprise deal. I'm going to be picking up the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. That was one of the first moisturizers that I ever used that I feel like I could use without it making me a lot oilier. Cause like I mean, I've always struggled with my skin. Like I said, I don't remember a time when I haven't struggled with my skin. But I think I was like right out of college, or like right out of high school. I can't remember because like I said, it's just I've always had trouble with my skin. But my skin was like so oily and breaking out so bad. I thought, okay, I'm just not gonna moisturize as much. But it's like then your skin gets really dehydrated, you know, and you start getting even oilier. And I think, passing the Clinique counter because I think I was actually going to the MAC counter because it was like in Belks, and you know how they have their little counters up. And we're going there to look at makeup and stuff. And I was talking to my sister about it because we were walking, and the girl's like, "Oh, you just need a lightweight moisturizer." I was like, "What?" And she was like, "You asked me my skin type." And I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so oily." And she's like, "Try this." And like I used that for years and years and years, and I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why I quit using it. So I want to try it out to see if it's as good because I love my Youth to the People moisturizer right now. So I do want to try it out. That's going to be $14.75, and that's going to include 3 of the formulas. All right, moving on to week 3, which is the last week, starting with Sunday, March 28th. They are going to have MAC Fix Plus. I actually prefer my Urban Decay All Nighter. I will spray from here down if I'm wearing a mask. It really helps with transfer. I do also like the Smashbox Primer Water. Fix Plus, I think, is a little bit more dewy, but I used to love Fix Plus to squirt and make my eyeshadows a lot more pigmented because it did. So I did want to mention that in case, you know, there's any MAC Fix Plus lovers out there. Monday, March 29th, I do actually have a recommendation. So this, I do want to recommend. It's the ABH. Again, this is just diamond and platinum, but it's a clear brow gel. If you don't like bigger, chunkier wands, you're not going to like that. If you like the smaller wands with more control, then you're going to want this because this one, like I said, is amazing. But the ABH one is really, really big, but it is clear, and I feel like it's almost like glue for your brows. It's one of those that does a really good job at just getting those things stuck in place there. But again, if you don't like that big, like bushy brush, then I could see how you wouldn't like that. But again, I do like it, but I do prefer my Benefit one because I do like that it has a tint. All right, Tuesday, March 30th. So there are 2 things I'm actually going to be picking up. So starting out with the Beauty Blender, it's the Dream Swirl Blend and Cleanse Set. It's going to be $10. You get the Beauty Blender and the actual Beauty Blender cleanser. I have, don't judge. But I have a Beauty Blender right here, which you guys can see it's like super nasty. I love that. I definitely prefer my e.l.f. sponge though, believe it or not, because I feel like it doesn't soak up as much product and I get a lot more coverage with that e.l.f. one. But I do like the Beauty Blender one, and I want this one for the sole fact that it reminds me of a creamsicle or a dreamsicle. I've heard it called both. Like that's what it reminds me of, and it just looks really good. So I am going to be picking that up, and I think if you are a fan of beauty blenders, this is a great time to get one for half off. Um, I've actually been wanting to try a few things from Nude Stick, and this is their matte blush and bronze. I really, really love cream and liquid blushes, but they fade on me so quickly. I'm hoping since this is like a matte version though, that this might not do that. So I am going to be picking up a few shades in there as well. I will do a haul of everything that I get as well, but moving on to Wednesday, March 31st. So I actually have a product to recommend and one that I actually want to purchase. I really want to try the Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer because when did they come out with this? Like, did I miss this? Is this their launch? Like, I don't remember this at all. But again, like I was saying earlier, their spray, I'm just a huge, huge fan of. So, of course, I do want to try the primer. And then I have to mention the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drenched Hyaluronic Cloud Cream Hydrating Moisturizer. This is going to be $26, and this is usually $52. This is by far my mom's favorite moisturizer she's ever used. She says it's one of the only moisturizers that when she puts it on her skin and it sinks in, it like almost plumps up her skin. It makes it look healthy and glowy, and she says, and it really feels hydrated. So I will actually be picking up two for her. So if you have like very dry skin or more mature skin like she does, again, she just raves about this. So I think that's awesome because before this brand come to Ulta, I feel like we used to get that at Sephora, and Sephora just has 20% off. So if we can get it for 50% off, I feel like that's a steal. Thursday, April 21st, I do again have a product to recommend and a product I'm going to be picking up. So I do want to pick up some of the KK Beauty lip liners. I don't believe I've tried anything from the brand. If anything, I think I've tried like one of their lipsticks, but their lip liners are only going to be $6. So I feel like this is the perfect time to try them out. And then they are going to have 50% off First Aid Beauty Fab Start Travel Set. It's going to be $12. These are the travel size, but you guys know I'm a huge fan of First Aid Beauty. If you have acne but very sensitive skin, whether it's been burnt or windblown, First Aid Beauty just has such a soothing effect to it. I love it. It's my morning moisturizer every single morning. I love the cleanser as well as the moisturizer. So this is a great way that you don't have to commit to the full size, but again, you get to try out both of these products for just $12. So highly, highly recommend picking those up. All right, then moving on to Friday, April 2nd. Again, there is nothing in there that I'm personally going to be recommending or picking up. And on Saturday, April 3rd, you also have another surprise deal and the ABH Brow Wiz. So the Brow Wiz is going to be, whoops, my phone just, yeah, it's going to be $11.50. So I like this. Again, I have it here. I will be honest, I do much prefer my Benefit one. It's a little bit creamier. I feel like a little bit more easy to work with, whereas the ABH one, I feel like is a little bit waxier. I have the shade medium brown, I believe. Yeah, medium brown, the ABH one, and then I have the shade 4.5 in the Benefit one. I think there might be more shades in the Benefit one, but I mean, I'll push these up for you guys. You can kind of see. I mean, they are almost identical. Just the actual formula is what's a little bit different. So again, I feel like if you're someone who kind of likes like a waxier formula, then the ABH one's the way to go. But if you like one that's a little bit creamier, then the Benefit one is definitely the way to go. All right, moving on to, oh, that was it, right? That's the last day. Yeah, that is it, guys. So I feel like this video took me forever. It's over 20 minutes long. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if there's any products that I didn't mention that I said I hadn't tried out before that you guys think I should pick up and try, please let me know down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.